Hello everybody and welcome back to the Western Wilds. Boy, this is a field full of bales. There's a lot of bales here. And they're not doing too bad at the minute actually, around about 90% fermented. Obviously the further down we go this way, because it took a while to do, the less they're going to be. So next month, we should be good to collect these and go and store them all. Hopefully. So into May and things are looking good. The flowers are looking lovely. The trees are all coming back. It's looking pretty nice around here. Oh, deck chairs out. Oh, that's where my hat is. I wonder where that had gone. Yeah, things are looking pretty good around here, but a few things have changed. I have been spending more money and buying more things, more sheds in the middle here, and yeah, this is quite an expensive shed. For potatoes, sugar beets, and this. Ooh, this is just an awesome bit of kit. So the forage harvested them, but it's all built into one with the trailer on the back of it. So no needing to tow a big trailer behind. It's all got it. We'll see that in action some point very soon. So just in case I hadn't got enough sheds, you know, I thought we'll just add some more in the middle. Now this one's empty, but they do have a cool little workshop just in the corner here if we need to get things fixed. So yeah, things are looking good. Speaking of things looking good then, I might have nearly dropped a bit of a boo-boo in the last episode. I didn't realize how far into the year that we were getting and that we were already in April. Now, I was working late after the last episode, and I thought, you know what, it's time to go to bed. It's getting dark, I can't really see. We'll get into May, and we'll do this episode. Although that nearly was the biggest mistake I'd ever made, because looking here, I forgot about the crop calendar. In April, a lot of things finished planting. As you can see, oats, corn, sunflower, potato, sugar beet, sugar cane, all these things. We need pretty much everything, apart from sugarcane, but we need pretty much everything to be able to put into our factories. So I nearly dropped a mistake. If I'd gone into May, we would have only been able to do corn and soybeans. And I would have had to wait all year to come around again to be able to plant anything. So I had to take action. That led me to do this. As you can see, we didn't have this many fields. I have got quite a few of the blocks. I mean, I really could just go and buy the whole map, really. But I have got a few of the blocks. And yeah, I had to get a bit busy into the night because it was getting on for about 9-10 o'clock at night in April. Pitch black. Couldn't see anything, which is why I didn't film an episode on it, because you wouldn't be able to see. I had to rely on workers to help me out. But I did put in what I could before we went out of the planting season. So over here, we've got quite a big field of corn, oat, a little bit of sugar beet, a very tiny field of wheat, but we are past the wheat season. As you can see, it's September before we can do anything with that, so I can't do anything on that one. We've got some sunnies up here. Nice big field of sunnies. Soybeans over here, and then you've seen the usual ones that we've got going on here. Now, I've still got 3 blocks up here to make a field, and I've still got 3 blocks here. What am I going to put in them? I'm not sure yet. There's no fields actually made in them spaces yet. I just own them. So if we're going to have a quick look up in the air, then you can see the extent of them bales on that field. That is ridiculous. That's mad. I don't really know how many there is there. In the last episode, I did show you the figures to the bales, but because I've been doing work off camera in the day, it sort of collated all the bale stats together. There's definitely not 280 there, but as you can see, there's quite a lot. So if we work our way around, then there's our grass field, barley, animal pastures over there. We've got taters, another barley field. That one over there, what you can see, it's looks like it's just been done, which it has just been done. That is the soybeans. They're the empty fields up the top. The one right opposite us, like the lower down one here, that's barley. Sunflowers over there, the little 2 sugar beets, and then corn and oats over here. And they'll see there in that corner over there, that's the blank space. So that's just a very quick update then of what's gone on. Now you will see a lot more harvesting and planting and everything of these fields. So even though you've missed out the first initial go of these fields, we're still going to harvest them. We're still going to be planting a lot more things in the fields. So you are not missing out, don't worry. But I have got something else to show you. This little area down here at the bottom, you can just see this little area here. What could that be? So I thought I would make this little area down here. So a couple of sheds and some equipment. Now, any of you who play this game would know straight away exactly what this equipment is, and the fact that the pictures on the side there might give it away a little bit. So we've got sheds, equipment, and another little silo down here, because what I thought about doing was vines. Do the grapes, do the olives, proper vines, proper equipment, and give them a go. We have got a greenhouse that will give us grapes and olives, but I thought since we've got the money, and since we could just sort of buy anything, buy the land, why not give it a go and do it properly? So that's what we're going to look into today on this episode. I'm thinking 56, it's quite a big block. That should be more than enough to put grapevines in and olives in. Now, we'll have a go. I don't know how many we're going to fit, how many rows. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but we've not got to worry about that. Do we expand out of the one block? I think that could be a bit too much if we do. So this is what we're looking at now. Pretty much looking straight down. You can just see at the bottom of the screen, see where this sort of fence is here. Straight up, draw a line straight up. That's pretty much to the right. This is the field that we own, sort of all the way over here to the road and just a little bit on the other side. Now, if you think, it's still quite a big area and it's quite a distance. So to get vines in all the way, do we just go completely bonkers on grapevines and then do another one for the olive grove? Or do we sort of try and make this one space have both? That's the question. So I'm thinking we'll start with the grapes, and if we go into construction, into productions, and onto the orchids, we'll go on here. Now I have got a mod which allows you to do cheap ones. They are just priced cheaper. But I think we're going to stick with the in-game ones because we're not going to worry about money. So I don't want to go too far. So basically you can just see we get a stick put here in the minute. So I think if we just maybe start from here, and basically we just need to like zoom out and just we'll get it to snap if we can. And I think we'll just see if we can basically go up the field and just sort of see how we get on. So I don't need to worry about the ground because it will sort itself out. Let's just zoom in a little bit and see. How far do we go? I mean, the money you see is building up already. That's nearly 40,000. Do we just keep going pretty much till the end of the plot of land that we have? Which should be, yeah, it's just about here. So up to the road. So we want to leave it short a little bit. Now, the only problem is trying to get these level. I don't think we're going to be able to do that very well because it's quite a distance. I can't see how level that is. So I'm thinking if we sort of go maybe keep it around about what, 62, just over 62 grand there. Place that in. So let's just do that a few times. We can go all the way up to the road over there. So I'm thinking that could be a good idea. We'll do this with grapes. We could do olives on the other side. So I've just got them few done there. Now that is 10 rows. So I think we'll go put some olive ones in now. So there we have 10 olive groves in. Now the good thing about this I do like. The first one you have to sort of set yourself. And then once you set it and you get it level and you're happy where it is yourself, when you put the next ones in, it sort of seems to like grid snap to the next one. So when you place it down and you start dragging it, it levels itself. You can't like start going off at an angle or get it, you know, you're thinking, well, how do you keep the gap so perfect? Luckily, it does it for you. That's part of the grid snapping. So I was worried about that myself, thinking, oh, how do I know if I put that one level? Well, it doesn't matter if you put that one level or not, because the game, when you place the next one, will align with that one, and it keeps it perfect. You can't actually go off. As soon as you got it grid snapped, you just keep running straight down, and you can't go left or right unless you turn that off. It will keep it level all the way down at each one you do. So that's pretty cool, that is. So we've got 10 of them in, and 10 grapevines over there, but you can see there's quite a gap between. So we've got a lot of room there for expansion. And yeah, as you can see, yeah, there's quite a lot. So I'm just gonna, you know, run down just to give you a bit of an idea. When I was thinking of doing all this is grapes and then a different plot for olives, I really don't think there's any need because that's just one strip. We've got 10. That length, yeah, I do think we're going to be okay. So I'm going to just quickly do a little bit of maybe groundwork just so we don't have these big bushes kicking about on here. So looking on the map then, you can see the grapes to the left, the sort of lighter purple, the darker purple are the olives. I thought we're going to have to sort of go over a little bit more. Now, there is one thing I do need to do. I don't own 46, so I'm very surprised it actually let me go and do that. But we'll own that. You know, it's not an issue. But here's me thinking I was going to sort of stick with like just doing 56 of grapes and maybe 57 of olives. But no, going straight up is definitely the best way. We have got a lot more room in the middle there. Is 10 going to be enough? I think we'll go with 10 for now, and we'll see how we get on with the first harvest. Now, they are growing at the minute. I don't think there's really much we need to do on them. Maybe just a bit of fertilizer. But I think, yeah, we'll stick with 10. We'll see how we get on. So I've just got to freshen the area up in the middle just a little bit here. Just got rid of the grass and big bushy areas. Just to, it looks a bit open, but makes it look a little bit neater. So the olive groves look really good then. I wonder if will we actually see the olives in here? Because this is the first time of me actually doing anything with these. Like the olive groves and the grapes. I've never done this. I've just used that funky greenhouse, which has the olives and grapes in it. I wonder if we'll actually get to see them on here. I suppose we'll see when it's due for harvest time. Now the grapes are looking very bare. I'm assuming that's normal, yeah? I mean, I'm guessing they've got to grow. But do they end up big and bushy like the olive ones or not? Or do they just not really get much on here? Again, time will tell. We'll find out when it's ready to harvest. So looking at the calendar, it doesn't look like we've got long to wait. Grapes are ready in September. Olives are ready in October. So not long at all to find out what goes on. The equipment does look pretty cool though. Look at this. This is the olive harvester. Give it away. It says olive on the back. But look at this. So you literally drive over them. And that, I'm guessing, shakes them off, does it? And then it collects it in it? That's pretty cool. Now, obviously, the grape one's pretty similar as well. You just drive over them and it shakes them off. Yeah, I can't wait to give this a go. So I'm just going over giving the grass fields a bit of a fertilize because in the next month, these should be ready to cut again. They are on dark green at the minute, the stage 2 of 3. So we have got this thing, which is the fertilizer option for the vines and for the olive groves. Now, it shows a picture of the grapes on here, but it does also work. So you've just got panels inside that spray out, and you just do 2 at a time. So obviously, one down here, one on the other side. So we're going to give it a go. We're going to jump in here. We're going to start her up, and we're going to see. If we run down the end one, we should be able to get the 2 at the same time. So we should be able to get this one and this one. So let's give it a go. Oh, yes. Look at this. Now, I don't know how precise you've got to be, but you've got to try and keep it level. Now, the ground's not the smoothest. I don't know if that's because of putting the vines in and the grows in like this, if that's actually caused it, or if it's maybe I should have flattened the ground out before, but it's not too bad. Now, there is another option where you can sort of tow it behind and it sprays out to the sides. I don't think it gets any more than this. I think it does only do like 2 at a time. So we could get the other one as well and give it a try and see what that's like. I don't know what's going to be easier. This seems to be working quite well. And obviously liquid fertilizer, we're making it back at the yard. So we're not going to worry about that. And it doesn't seem to be going down very quick at all. Now we'll get to the end here and see. Hopefully this should take effect and we should see double fertilization state. Oh, just caught it there. Just might have to be a little bit careful. And I don't know if that was the tractor or if that was the actual panels catching. So that's that one. So let's see, has it made a difference on here? Oh, it's made a difference. You could just see it there. It does look quite patchy. Let's try the other one. So this is the other fertilizer option that we could go for. Let's just try it down this side here and let's just go and turn this thing on. Look at that. So there's no panels. You literally do just run down the middle and it does just spray out the sides and just sort of like almost like a 360 around. That's pretty cool. Now, yeah, it's still a bit rough down here. I think that is purely just how it is and how the ground is. Now, we do have to cultivate and mulch and all that kind of stuff. And I'm assuming it'll tell us when we need to do that. But I don't know which is really better. I mean, this one, you probably don't have to be quite as precise. I wonder if this might be a good option. They both still hold a good amount. And they both still hold liquid fertilizer, which we're making back at the yard. So we could keep both and see. Maybe the other one's going to be better on the grapes. Maybe they're not as chunky. Like these are quite wide. I mean, do they get any wider? I mean, we have just put them in. Maybe they do get a bit wider when you get olives on there. So maybe this is the better one for the olives. We could try when we actually see some grapes on the vines. Maybe we could try that one on grapes and see how we get on. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. So it's still a little patchy, but I just think that's how it seems to be. Everything with fertilizer on it seems to be a little bit patchy, whether that's just how the map's designed. But looking at this one, that seems a lot darker blue on this side over here to this side. This first side was the one we did with them panel sprayer, and this one is what we've just done with the kind of 360 sprayer. Maybe that's a better option. So I'm just going to give this field a quick go. It seems to be working, and the good thing about this being so high is we can actually go over the bales. And with the bales being wrapped, it's not going to affect them. I don't think the game would actually affect them anyway. Obviously, it would in real life, but this is the game after all. So we're going to see if we can try and do this field. And then both of them. It's showing on the map. I mean, that looks quite good. There's a few little specks, but that's where the lawnmower was bouncing and actually missing the actual grass. So there are a few uncut patches. This actually seems to be working. Now, it's going to be tight on some places. We're going to have to see if we can try and sneak over these bales here. But it does seem to be working. I wasn't sure how it was going to go for where the bales are. It's just technically not going to go under where the bales are. But it does sort of seem to be actually fertilizing through the bales. Interesting. So I've just finished off fertilizing the olives. The grass has been done, gone over where the bales are. This has been done as well, which is the sorghum. That's a field that I did start to cut the grass, but you just don't get a massive amount off the sort of in-game grass. You need to go over yourself and do like I've done there on these two fields. You get a lot more grass then. But I have to keep remembering we have got them too, and you see how many bales of silage we've got on that field. So I don't think we need to worry about these sort of in-game grass, so that's why I stopped at doing like a few rounds of it. A worker's just completing doing these fields here, giving him a second stage, and we have just got a few more fields for the worker to go through. Time has passed a little bit now. It's 5:33. It's just starting. The sun's just starting to go in. But it is time to go and collect these, because these bales I have checked have now all fermented. So they are all silage. Boy, there's a lot to pick up. So let's go and put this trailer on. Let's put it into operating mode. And let's start going. And let's see how many we get. Because this trailer does hold 42 bales per go. So I'm not going to sit or make you sit and watch me do all this then. I will come back to you when we've got a full trailer. So that's the first lot of 42 bales on the trailer. As you can see, we've not covered far. There's a lot to go. Oh, man. So we can take these through this way. Now, I'm not sure if I showed this in previous episodes when I put this in. I think I did this off camera. Nice little gateway just through here, right through to where the bales are. Cool little bridge across, straight in. Just makes it so much easier. Otherwise, we have to go all the way round past the house, all the way round and back up just to get in here. So yeah, it just makes it a lot easier just to be able to sneak through here. Now the silage is right here at the top. Now the empty one there is straw, but obviously we can't do much with straw yet until we start harvesting. Obviously the barley, the wheat, I think sorghum, I've got a mod that does sorghum straw and corn straw. We should be able to get a lot of straw, so that should fill up pretty quick once we can start harvesting. So we just got to move these across, drop them roughly in front. There is a little hatching on the floor, but drop them roughly in front of the little screen there. You can just see the little screen in the front of each one, and drop them on and they'll start filling up. Now we just need to go and reset this and then pick them up again, move these across. It doesn't quite all fit into the trigger point. Drop them down, throw them in, and as you can see that the bales are stacking up nicely in there. We're currently at 584,000 litres of silage in here, and it will hold 2.5 million litres. Yeah, we got a long way to go. Now, like I said, unfortunately the bales do change colour, but it's not the end of the world. So let's go back and get some more. So that's another 42 bales on the trailer. There's still plenty more to go. So if we take these from auto load, and then we should be able to go and strap them. There's a way we can do this there. Go onto you can strap them. Now, some have already been taken in without even moving them across yet. It's just grabbed them. It's that hungry for silage. Then what are there now is 66% of the trailer. So like I said, some have gone in. That's 168,000 litres. So I'm guessing we could be getting over 200,000 litres of trailer. We'll have to try that away. I didn't think that was in the trigger zone, if I'm honest. But it seems that, yeah, you can see it's grabbing some of them already. Wow. Let's see if we can just go and move some more of these over. Drop them down and release them. In they go. That is filling up mighty quick. Are we going to get them all in? Oh, moving the camera. We need to move the bales, not the camera. So that's all them gone in as well. What are we up to now? 838,000 litres. Yeah, we're not doing bad, actually. You can see it's got to come all the way out to here. So we've got plenty to go. 2.5 million litres it holds. Not bad. So it's surprising how much heavier the trailer actually gets when you take it out of auto load and drop the pallets actually onto the trailer. You can see it's rocking all over the place. So I've took it out of auto load, dropped the pallets, the bales back onto the trailer and strapped them, and it's now giving me a reading of 252,000 litres per trailer. That is a lot. So let's get these in. Let's go back for some more. So these are the last of the silage bales then. 4 full loads and these 3 left. And I've also found out as well, you don't need to actually unload them. If you just sort of unload them actually onto the trailer and strap them, then all you simply do is drive in front of it, unstrap them, and it just takes them straight in off the trailer. That's a bonus. So altogether then, 1,026,000 litres of silage has gone in. You can see that the storage area is looking quite full, but still a little way off. 2.5 million altogether. Let's see actually what's in this now. Let's go and have a quick look. We might be a bit closer to the trailer. Whoa. 1.36 million litres in here. So yeah, we've still got quite a way to go. It's looking good though. They're looking full. And then we can spawn some of these out to the side just here. And we can actually take them over. Now, straw is the one we need to be able to do TMR. So that's why we can't get any cows yet. But as soon as straw's ready, well, we've got grass. So technically we could put the sheep in because the sheep only have grass. We've got hay. We've got a lot of silage and straw. And also I think we've got some in storage. So I've just come over to the silo to have a look what we've got, because looking on the menus, it shows me the bale storage as well. So it doesn't give me a true, like, loose silage. What we've got in the silo here, it sort of seems to be calculating the bales as well. So we just gone over to the fermenter, picked up what's in here, which is nearly 1.2 million litres of silage in there. That's been churning away for a little while. So we're just going to move this over out the way for now. Put the roof back on, turn that off. Let's just go and have a quick walk over here and see what we've got in the bottom corner. So we have got what we've just put in then. So that was the only silage that we've got in. We've got no hay. We've got lime and road salt as well for one of the factories over there. But yeah, 1.183 million litres of loose silage. So what we could do is we could cut the grass and then just pick it up with that big trailer with the big arms on it, and then put it in and ferment it into like loose hay and loose silage. I mean, we're not doing all right for silage. Silage is good at the minute. I think 1.18 is going to last us a little while, as well as the 1.36 million litres on the bales as well. So I think we'll get some more hay done. We'll see if we can cut the grass, which should be ready in the next episode. Barley should be ready as well. There should be quite a few things that should be ready. So the barley, these won't be done just yet. They're only 2 of 7, but these are the sugar beets. They're coming on nicely. The workers just carrying on fertilizing some of the fields for us, so that's getting that done. So yeah, in the next episode, we should be able to cut the grass again. We should be able to... The barley should be done. Fingers crossed the barley should be done. Yeah, looking on the calendar, the barley is ready in June. So we should be able to harvest that. Fingers crossed, it could make us wait till July. But the wheat is going to be ready in July as well. Plus, we've got oats as well. So we should be able to get a lot of straw off that and make some straw bales as well. So that will look like it's not just left on its own. So yeah, this is going to be pretty good. So we'll wait for the work to finish that. We'll go sleep. And I will see you here in the next episode in the next month. Don't forget to subscribe, turn the bell on, and keep up to date with all social medias at craigyboygames.co.uk. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.